InkDifferent studio. Pick up your brush today. In the year 2021, I'd like to wish every one of us to have a beautiful start, which is why I'm sending all these happinesses your way. So the 5 happiness is one of the major Chinese wishes that's quite powerful to everyone. I'd like to show you how to do the 5 happiness in each major calligraphy style, so that you can do your own happy new year, your own happiness, and you can send your own happiness. You can spread your happiness to the rest of the world if you want to. The reason why we do 5 happiness is that having 5 happinesses coming to your door is one of the greatest wishes from the Chinese cultural perspective. And I like to use that to give to you so that you can spread the happiness all around you as well. And of course, we'll be practicing first of all on the water mats, and then we'll be using the brush, which I will show you in a bit. I will not explain you how to write with a brush, but there are other videos you can watch, of course. We're also going to use ink to put everything on beautiful presentation papers after practicing each and every style. The styles that we're going to cover are going to be the seal script, the clerical script, which is also called the official script. We're also going to do the regular script and 2 last major writing styles, which is a walking style, which literally we call it the walking style, which is the semi-cursive script, and finally the cursive script. So all together with all these 5 different ways of writing the same character, which is happiness, which I will explain to you how to do, of course. You will see that doing Chinese calligraphy is quite fun, and learning about Chinese culture is also very much interesting. It's a great process. Without even needing to speak the language, you can already write beautiful things with it. And I think that's a beautiful aspect of the Chinese culture in general. But of course, if you find my videos interesting, if you find my materials great, then I'd like to very much invite you to check out some of my painting courses as well. And of course, perhaps even supporting me by participating in some of my videos if you like me as well. Other than that, if you're just here to enjoy my happy New Year's wish to you, then please enjoy it. Enjoy it. I'll be very happy to show you how everything is in the Chinese style. For the year 2021, if you are willing also to pick up a new skill, you can start with a calligraphy or a Chinese painting. Get yourself a little flower that never withers. Paint yourself something beautiful that motivates you for the rest of the year of 2021. Also, maybe you want to have a little New Year's resolution, then go for it, do it, learn a new skill. And what new good skill to learn better than learning something that's going to be very stress releasing and very peaceful for you, which is the Chinese painting and Chinese calligraphy. And of course, welcome to my own courses, my own videos that could help you as well. So my journey with the calligraphy and Chinese painting started at the age of 5. I know you probably didn't, nor is there any reason for you to, but it's an interesting art to learn. It's a process of almost like philosophy. It trains people's attention, trains us to focus on the moment, trains us to find our own inner peace. Without having great control of your own emotion, without having great control of your body even, and of your attention, it is less likely to do the Chinese calligraphy and painting well. But by learning how to do calligraphy and to do painting, you could also find your own inner peace. You can find yourself in the process at the same time. It is a beneficial process in general. So let's talk about this character, which means happiness in the Chinese language. So you can see this character has got a left-right division. The left side is the radical of this character. If you're completely new to the Chinese language, let me tell you what a radical basically is. In a word or in a sentence, the radical is like a family name that indicates what family this character belongs to, or what kind of association this character belongs to. For instance, we have many different kind of radicals. Some of them represent something that's quite concrete, like for instance, wood or tree. So any character that has got the wood or the tree as a radical normally carries the meaning of the tree or has something to do with wood. So many or almost all of the names of trees, or actually a lot of plants, have the radical of the wood or the tree, for instance. In this case, we have the radical that actually means to pray. That this shape represents the altar a little bit. So to pray means we're wishing for something. We're wishing for something nice normally. On the right side, you can see which is slightly wider in size than the left side, which is one of the things you need to actually pay attention to in the writing of this character, because this character has got a left-right structure. You don't have to worry too much about it, but just know that there are two sides of this character, and the right side is slightly wider than the left side. And if you look at the right side in general, we're taking a look at the most regular script, which is the most used one until now, because throughout the history, of course, we started off with something that's quite unique, almost like oracle bone script in the far beginning, or those cave paintings in the far beginning. And these were regulated in the Qin dynasty into Chinese characters, and those were more and more regulated until what we can see now, which is the regular script. But of course, in the whole thousands of years of development, the characters cannot stay exactly in the same shape. It's very rare that they stay in the same shape, although we can still tell in many cases that these characters came from the same origin, which is great. So in this case, in this character, the original shape of this character and the new one, the most used one now, they really don't diversify that much from the shape. But the right side, as you can see clearly in the regular script, there are 3 parts from top to the bottom. So on the very top is one line. The one horizontal line in the Chinese language actually means 1. Underneath this line, there is a part that's a closed shape. It basically means a mouth. By the way, this smaller closed shape means mouth. A bigger one means something else. The bottom part is basically a mouth shape with a division inside, with like a cross inside. And this part together, it means field. You can see, perhaps, like knowing that this means a piece of something, and then we divide it up. And it actually means field, where we plant things. So one mouth, field, and we pray with all these. So together with these all, you can actually kind of imagine what this wish is trying to tell us. So we pray for that each mouth or each person in the family has enough food to eat. And you can see it's a very ancient and very down-to-earth great wish that we can wish for anyone. And that together is a content happiness. And I hope you liked the introduction of this character. By the way, just a little bit extra for you. If you are interested in learning about Chinese calligraphy eventually, my courses will also cover different explanations of any character that has such an interesting original story. And of course, we will be practicing a lot of the Chinese slangs, Chinese idioms, and we are going to explain to you Chinese sentences which are normally taken from poems. So we will be learning about historical poetry and of course the meaning of complete sentences, sometimes also complete poetry. When it comes to the Chinese painting, we have the freehand painting, we also have the Gongbi style painting. Feel free to check it out. Now let's do some writing of the 5 happiness. First of all, let me introduce my material. This is a water mat. I will use this thing to practice writing. This actually helps me avoid using paper that's unnecessary, but it resembles enough of the rice paper that we normally use for writing calligraphy. This is a great invention, I have to tell you, because this thing has the ability to resemble ink on the rice paper without even using ink, or the rice paper for that matter. We use water. Okay, this is my gold hairbrush. I will just dip in the water and write as if I am writing on the rice paper. So first of all, let's do it from the most ancient major writing style, which is the small seal script, which was refined in the Qin dynasty. The small seal script has a few characteristics, including the fact that the characters look a little longer in overall shape. Before going right, we go left to hide the sharp edges of our strokes. Keep your heart at ease. And take care of every single part of your strokes. Don't have any sharp edges in your writing. Keep your characters thin. This part resembles that mouth, which has changed shape a little bit, as you can see. And if you go to visit the Terracotta Warrior, you can still see everywhere around the Museum of the Terracotta Warrior, there are the writings in the seal script. So towards the end of this period, people started to simplify the writing style, which you can see this one takes a long time to write. And people simplified it into the official script. And the reason why we call it the official script is pretty much because it's been officialized as the main writing style, and it existed in China for a very long period of time as the official writing style. I will continue using my gold hairbrush. For the official script, you will see the shape of the characters change from the long, thin style to flatter shapes. But overall, you can still see very much the same shapes everywhere. Those two are considered the more ancient writing style. After this one, there came actually the semi and cursive styles, but we will move those for later because they're more complicated. Let's do the regular script first. I will pick up my other brush, which is a mixed hairbrush. So this brush has got a different quality from the other ones. I will still use the same size to write characters, and for the regular script writing, the character shapes start to be more regular. They look more square. You know this style probably the best. And I will continue using this brush to write the next style, which actually is the semi-cursive script. The cursive and semi-cursive script in the writing of this character do not change that much in its shape or writing. So I will just write a mixture of the semi-cursive and cursive script in two different ways of the same character. This might be your style, by the way. You might like this writing style a lot. I know it's a faster writing style, and the characters have more dynamic changes inside of it. So that's one style. There's one way to write it. Different ways to write it. So in front of us we have 5 major writing styles of the same character, although the last 2 styles do not distinguish that much in the writing of this character itself, the character of happiness. This will dry, and you can see after it dries, all the water just disappears, and you have another clean sheet to practice with, just with water. This is fabulous invention. Here I have got a long sheet of paper that has circles on them. I think you can see clearly what the circle is. So the color of the paper is brown, and it's got golden circles on them. And in the 5 different circles, there are 5 animals. These are all symbolic creatures that have mystical powers, and they are symbolic in the Chinese society. So on the first circle, I will write the first happiness, which is the seal script. now the official script. Now it comes to the third style, which is the regular style. The last two kinds are the faster ways of writing, the semi-cursive and cursive script. Alright, we have finished our happiness writing. So with that, Happy New Year! And I'd like to see you in my class.
For more information, check us out at InkDifferentStudio.com.